80 for the secret. Jack Canfield. It's the feeling that really creates the attraction, not just the picture or the thought. A lot of people think, if I think positive thoughts or if I visualize having what I want, that will be enough. But if you're doing that and still not feeling abundant or feeling loving or joyful, then it doesn't create the power of the attraction. Bob Doyle. You put yourself in the feeling place of really being in that car. Not, I wish I could get that car, or someday I'll have that car, because that's a very definite feeling associated with that. It's not in the now. It's in the future. If you stay in that feeling, it will always be in the future. Michael Bernard Beckwith. Now that feeling and that inner seeing will begin to be an open doorway through which the power of the universe will begin to express. What this power is I cannot say. All know is that it exists. Jack Canfield. Our job is not to figure out the how. The how will show up out of a commitment and belief in the what. Powerful processes. 85. Mike Dooley. The hows are the domain of the universe. It always knows the shortest, quickest, fastest, most harmonious way between you and your dream. Dr. Joe Vitale. If you turn it over to the universe, you will be surprised and dazzled by what is delivered to you. This is where magic and miracles happen. The teachers of the secret are all aware of the elements you bring into play when you visualize. As you see the picture in your mind and feel it, you are bringing yourself to a place of believing you have it now. You are also implementing trust and faith in the universe because you are focusing on the end result and experiencing the feeling of that without giving any attention whatsoever to how it will come about. Your picture in your mind is seeing it as done. Your feelings are seeing it as done. Your mind and your entire state of being are seeing it as already happened. That is the art of visualization. Dr. Joe Vitale. You want to do this virtually daily, but it should never be a chore. What's really important to the whole secret is feeling good. You want to feel exhilarated by this whole process. You want to be high, happy, in tune as much as possible. 86. The secret. Everyone has the power to visualize. Let me prove it to you with a picture of a kitchen. For this to work, first of all you have to get all thoughts of your kitchen out of your mind. Do not think of your kitchen. Totally clear your mind of pictures of your kitchen with its cupboards, refrigerator, oven, tiles, and color scheme. You saw a picture of your kitchen in your mind, didn't you? Well, then you just visualized. Everyone visualizes whether he knows it or not. Visualizing is the great secret of success. Here's a tip about visualizing which Dr. John Demartini shares in his Breakthrough Experience seminars. John said that if you create a static picture in your mind, it can be difficult to hold that picture. So create lots of movement in your picture. To illustrate this, imagine your kitchen again, and this time imagine yourself entering that kitchen, walking to the refrigerator and putting your hand on the door handle, opening the door, looking inside, and finding a cold bottle of water. Reach in and grab it. You can feel the coldness on your hand as you grasp the bottle. You have the bottle of water in one hand, and you use your other hand to close the refrigerator door. Now that you are visualizing your kitchen with detail and movement, it's easier to see and hold the picture, isn't it? Powerful processes. 87. We all possess more power and greater possibilities than we realize, and visualizing is one of the greatest of these powers. Marcy Shimoff. The only difference between people who live in this way, who live in the magic of life, and those who don't is that the people who live in the magic of life have habituated ways of being. They've made a habit of using the law of attraction, and magic happens with them wherever they go. Because they remember to use it. They use it all the time, not just as a one-time event. Here are two true stories that clearly demonstrate the powerful law of attraction and the immaculate matrix of the universe in action. The first story is about a woman named Jeannie who bought a DVD of The Secret and was watching it at least once a day so that she would absorb the message right into the cells of her body. She was particularly impressed with Bob Proctor, and she thought it would be wonderful to meet him. One morning Jeannie collected her mail, and to her utter amazement the mailman had accidentally delivered Bob Proctor's mail. 88 The Secret to her address. What Jeannie didn't know is that Bob Proctor lived just 4 blocks away from her. Not only that, but Jeannie's house number was the same number as Bob's. She immediately took the mail to deliver it to the correct address. Can you imagine her utter delight when the door opened and Bob Proctor was standing before her? Bob is rarely at home as he travels all over the world teaching, but the matrix of the universe knows only perfect timing. From Jeannie's thought of how wonderful it would be to meet Bob Proctor, the law of attraction moved people, circumstances, and events throughout the universe so that it happened. The second story involves a 10-year-old boy named Colin who had seen and loved The Secret. Colin's family made a week-long visit to Disney World, and on their first day they experienced long lines at the park. So that night, just before Colin fell asleep, he thought, tomorrow I'd love to go on all the big rides and never have to wait in line. The next morning, Colin and his family were at the gates of Epcot Center as the park opened, and a Disney staff member approached and asked them if they would be Epcot's first family of the day. As first family, they would be given VIP status, a special escort by a staff member, and walk-on passes for every big ride in Epcot. It was everything and more that Colin had wished for. Hundreds of families were waiting to enter Epcot that morning. But Colin didn't have the slightest doubt as to why his family had been chosen first family. He knew it was because he had used The Secret